welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for joining us for today's live Q&A session. Basically, we meant to be a webinar, but we will make it a bit more interactive, so you can ask your questions anytime, and we give you the chance to previously submit your questions with us again. Let me introduce ourselves. I'm Bertalan Nagy, the partner manager at MultiSoft Ltd, and today join me Tibor Major as well. He's the business unit leader of Innovative Solutions at MultiSoft Ltd, and we will answer all of your questions today.
Or we'll try.
Or we will try it at least, yeah. Let's see if we can. So the rules of the engagement or the event will be recorded, and we will share with you some sort of a mix of previously sent and live questions as well, as mentioned before. And we have separated the questions that we have already received by topic. And you can add extra questions anytime, and if we can fit those questions in any of the groups, then we will try to answer them. But of course, there's no late questions, so we will try to answer those at the end of our session as well. And there is a special offer for the registrants. If you register after our webinar, the first 3 applicants will receive a 1-hour session with Tibor, and he will do a free consultation. And stay tuned, because at the end of the webinar, I will share with you how you can apply for this gift. And I believe now we can jump to the questions or the main topics. We identified 6 of it. The first is mobility, then we go into deep details and into the specialized questions for the warehouse topic, the field service. We have other solutions than mobile NAV, which are related to billing and multiple company management. And of course, there will be some general topics as well, so we will follow this direction. So let's start with the mobility part. We have received a few questions regarding mobility or general mobile NAV related questions. The first, I have summarized some of those that we have received already. So the first is coming from Matthias Schäfer from Handson Machine Fabric. The question was, where can I find documentation for all the mobile NAV versions like 4.6 for NAV 2015? Are they all moved to the sales partner portal? I believe the answer is you can find all our documentations still in our help desk portal at online.multisoft.hu. If you don't have any login access, then please feel free to reach out to us anytime and we will provide you with that. But of course, some of the documentations are available on our sales SharePoint portal as well. Again, if you don't have access to our sales SharePoint portal, please drop me an email and I will arrange that for you. Another question from Matthias was where I can find the upgrade guides. I currently have only the one from 4.8 to 4.9. The answer is the same. You can find all technical documentations on online at our help desk portal. Okay, we have another question. It's an anonymous one. Can I send push notifications through mobile NAV? Shortly, the answer is yes, but it has to be set up. Beginning with the version 6.0, I believe. Yep. We introduced this feature, but I believe Tibor is the mastermind who can answer that question more thoroughly. is there anything that you can add to that? Tibor?
Yeah, on the previously mentioned support portal of mobile AV or our MultiSoft company is having all the documentation, so you have a separate documentation to how to configure the push notifications. It's a step-by-step guide, so within a couple of minutes you can set it up. So if it's that's by any meaning it's important for you, then you can find the documentation about how to set it up for mobile AV.
Okay, I believe that's sufficient enough, but if you have any push notification related questions still, that please just type into the comment section. Okay, another question was, where can I find the pricing list? The answer is the same as for the question of Matthias. You can find it at our sales and partner portal. But if you drop me an email, I will be able to forward you the pricing and licensing guide and the price calculator tool as well. Another question is it's a bit more general. It was, what's the main difference between mobile and AV and the mobile application that Microsoft provides? It's a tough one because it's a quite long list, beginning with the difference of the development method, because Microsoft's application is a web browser based and ours is a native application on every platform. It comes with a lot of possibilities, like we can exploit the features of mobile device, such as signature capture on the touch screen or integrating the camera, or we can use barcode reading. There is a workaround in web browser based applications, but it won't be an easy to configure method. We can work offline as well. Microsoft's application is not capable of doing that. And yeah, the list goes on. It depends on of what field are you looking for a mobile solution, because yeah, we can identify the advantages of mobile and AV compared to any other solutions if we know the actual scenario. Okay. There is another one, it's again general, it's platform compatibility. You can find it anywhere, but mobile and AV is basically compatible with Android, iOS, and Windows-based devices, and the earlier mobile and AV versions were also available for Windows Mobile, Windows Phone, even BlackBerry. That's not very popular nowadays, but yeah, and because of the development and because of we are moving forward as well, we have created a roadmap for you. It's available on our partner portal. It's partner.multisoft.hu. You can find the roadmap for all of our products there, and yeah, essentially on the roadmap we will highlight future features as well, as we will summarize what's new in the latest mobile and AV, and here we will communicate with you all the compatibility changes as well, like we have excluded from the supported versions the NAV 2009 version, beginning with the mobile NAV 7.0 version. And yeah, for example, a recent licensing change was that we stopped to, or not exactly stop, but we have limited our support for very old mobile NAV versions with license FOBs. Basically, the FOB was an object that you had to import into the database. And to generate those FOBs takes an extra effort, and we try to motivate everyone and every client, every partner to upgrade their mobile NAV versions as well. And that's why we won't create those FOBs anymore, but we will generate the TXT file still that you can use to generate a FOB yourselves. And we provided you with a tool that's available on our website. Okay. Another question regarding mobility. It's a bit more detailed, but the proof of delivery is always a question. So how you can prove or how you can create proof of delivery. It's not included in the base configuration of mobile NAV, but you can add the signature capture, for example, on the sales shipment documents. And you can ask your clients to sign those on site, and basically it can serve as proof of delivery. But it's also a possibility to attach a picture where you put the package, or if the damage or if the package is somewhat damaged, you can take a picture. But again, it sometimes requires customization, and I think you can add on that.
No. But I've just noticed that there's a question from Mutu from Inspire. So
let's jump to that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi there, Mutu.
Yeah, Matthias. Yeah, thanks for your answer. So yeah, Mutu just copy and pasted the email from yesterday, I believe. Yeah. I will also respond to that email, but we can also answer a couple of those. Basically, that is mostly talks about ServOcean, not mobile NAV. You may also know that just for the others, ServOcean is for a field service area. Basically, that's a software package which consists of mobile NAV, the customer portal, graphical scheduler. In this case we normally integrate with Dime Scheduler, but any other graphical scheduler can work, and that also extends mobile NAV configuration with service specific features like the picture attachment, the signature capture. There is a work shift feature and other interesting features what a field service company could utilize. And the questions are from this area. The first one is that yeah, the calculate time is not available in offline mode at the moment. Yeah, we are aware about that. It is because of the advanced calculation of the time out of the different work shift sessions, which is not that easy to implement in offline, but we are on that. So sooner or later it will be possible. The second one is about ship to address, coming from the master level, but should come from the fields. I've thought that we are following the business logic of NAV, so I've checked the service item worksheet, and there you cannot really change the ship to address. But if you have any other idea, then it's more than welcome. So that's not a problem at all. Further on, there is no link. Those service line was created by ServOcean service work shift. I don't really get this one, but maybe we can discuss that in the email. And please create more events so that we can customize, let's say, for example, service task start offline, etc. That is always, so these kind of requests are always welcome. If you are just needing some integrator or publisher event at certain points, then you can request that. Please specify where do you want to have that event and what should be the parameters. So what do you want to modify there, and then we can very likely include that in the next releases, so we don't have any problems with those. And the second thing is that, of course, you can change every button. The ServOcean already contains custom event methods, which are basically empty methods which you can utilize, and there you can totally write your own business logic. And there you can also invoke our already existing standard one. So basically you can already hook on the beginning and on the end of a certain method. But of course, if you need an event in between of the for example the start offline, then that requires some publisher event from us. But there, please request that, and we will add it to ServOcean. So yeah, I hope I have answered your emails, your question, sorry, and yeah, of course I will also respond to your email later on, so don't worry about that. Oh yes, okay.
Okay, I believe there was no further question related to the general mobile AV things, but we will still wait for those if someone has any. I believe we can jump to ServOcean if that was our next topic. I saw your questions, Mutu, and thank you very much for sending those previously. There was another one. When will be ServOcean available in the app stores? That's a tough one. We are working on that. Maybe Tibor can do an estimation, but
yeah, originally it was end of Q2, but that is impossible. So we should postpone that. But yeah, basically we are finalizing our documentation, and we also would like to create a more user-friendly setup, like an assisted setup, just like what we already have for mobile AV, and we would like to implement the same for ServOcean. Not to I don't know, have the user to read 10 pages long installation guide in order to just implement it or install it for the first time. So that is what we are working on it. We think that it's a mandatory thing for the app stores, because we want to make the solution in a way that it's self-explanatory from setup-wise as well. And therefore we need an assisted setup, and we also working on the ServOcean administration screen, which is a one screen what mobile AV also having. So similar to the mobile AV administration screen, we are also working on a ServOcean version for that. So these are the technical work what we need to do. Of course, we also have some documentation work, which is always painful but necessary. And after that, we can start the publishing process. And then it will depend how Microsoft will find our existing documentation and technical level. So how many rounds do we need to run in order to make the application validated through the app source? But I hope that within the next month, maybe the summer will be filled with summer holidays. But after the summer holidays, I think that's going to be our next tasks, to make this available in the app source. And there's also one technical limitation regarding that, namely the time scheduler. The time scheduler was we also requested some events from time scheduler for ServOcean, and that the time scheduler version which contains our requested events is not yet available and not yet official. It also has also having some delay, and obviously ServOcean will also have that delay by default. So, but yeah, as I said, we also have other things to do. But these are the facts or the reasons why we have not published that yet.
Okay, so stay tuned. We will eventually release the ServOcean for App Stores as well. We are really looking forward to it because you are looking for it. There is another question from our Swiss partner, Tom. Can ServOcean's customer portal be used as a ticketing solution, and can I buy it separately? The question is regarding our customer portal. It's part of ServOcean, but essentially it's a mobile AV portal. So you can attach it to any mobile AV configuration, or you can use it even separately from any mobile solution, just as a publishing, let's say, UI for sharing your some of your documents to your partners. And yes, you can buy that separately. We have a price list for that. Basically, Servotions, it's part of Servotion, but with other configurations, it can be used for any other use cases as well. Okay, I believe we don't have any further questions related to Servotion. I see that you are chatting with Mutu still. Okay, I believe you should discuss this topic later on in email. Okay. Okay, that's about Servotion. Let's jump to warehousing and WMS mobile AV. Yeah, there was another RFID related question from Peter. Is RFID included in mobile AV? Clearly, Peter haven't watched our 7.0 release webinar. We will soon release mobile AV 7.0, and the RFID feature will be included in it. Only the RFID reading, because we don't want to write RFID text yet, but maybe it's an option for the future. I'm looking at your whether he nods or
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, as with all the other feature requests on the roadmap, you can vote up these future ideas. If it's not existing there yet, then you can also submit a new idea there. So, but as you know, mobile AV is driven by partner feedback, and of course, the bigger audience would be interested for a certain feature, the sooner it will be developed. So that's how it works.
Okay, perfect. So yes, essentially the answer is yes. RFID is included in mobile AV, but the licensing is a different table. So let's say the base mobile AV package excludes RFID reading. It's an additional feature on top of the base configuration of mobile AV, as you know it currently. Another RFID related question was which RFID tags can I scan with WMS mobile AV, and what scanners are compatible with it? Can you answer that?
Sorry, come again.
It was the second one. Which RFID tags can I scan?
Yep. Okay. So basically, in the first version of the RFID feature, we are processing EPC RFID tags, which stands for electronic product. I don't know what C is for. Sorry. Yeah, that consists of multiple standards. As far as I know, there are 22 different standards, and out of that, 19 is supported by mobile AV. Only 1 or 2 is not supported, which is for the American Defense Agency or something like that. So it's not a big restriction, but of course it should be EPC tag type, but because that is what mobile AV can process for the first shot. And what scanners are compatible with it? Yeah, I mean, what we already described with the webinar of 7.0, there are Android scanners, namely Datalogic and Zebra scanners, which are by default compatible with mobile AV for now for the RFID feature, but you can send us any other vendor for developing the very last % of the integration. The UI and all the logic is already pre-built for iOS, for Windows 10 and all the other platforms. only the missing piece is to have an RFID on I don't know, on a Windows C device or an iOS device, and then we can do the integration. If you can send the device to us for 1 or 2 week development time, then we can do that part for free. So yeah, if you wish, then you can send us RFID readers, and then we will make it happen for you.
Okay, thank you, Tibor. Another VMS mobile AV related question was barcode reading compatibility. A lot of you are asking how to configure the barcode reading features of a specific device. We have collected a lot of, or we have tested a lot of devices during our 9 years now, and we have collected it into a list on our website. You can go to mobilenav.com, and under the barcode scanning menu, you will see a full list of devices that we or our partners had the chance to test. And for example, under the Android-based barcode readers, you can find configuration guides that you can download and you can follow, so you can set up your devices to be compatible with mobile AV, and so you can utilize the barcode reading features of those devices with mobile AV. Okay, I don't seem to have any further questions related to WS. Let's jump to the billing section. We have a solution for a recurring billing scheduler. Its abbreviation is Rabios. It was introduced last year. We have already a few partners who are using that, and a few end users as well. And there is a question related, which is the best target audience to sell Rabios? Basically, Rabios was created for ourselves back in the days when Microsoft has introduced subscription-based licensing and cloud licensing like Office 365 and similar monthly subscription-based solutions. We were struggling to create this amount of invoices month by month and track the license ledger of those clients. Therefore, we had to find a solution for ourselves. So I believe the best target audience is partners like us who are dealing with high volume of recurring invoicing needs, and anybody else who has to repeatedly invoice the same or any similar like contract-based service or anything that should be repeated time by time. Okay, another question was regarding Rabios. Is there any billing history inside Rabios? Tibor, for you, it's more technical than I can answer.
Yeah, billing history, yeah, sure. If you are creating sales orders or sales invoices through the Rabios contract, then of course Rabios will keep track on those documents. So you will get basically a link from the Rabios contract history to the posted document. And it also keeps track of the active documents. So while you are creating the sales order or sales invoice, which is not posted yet, you can also navigate to those documents from the Rabios contract. So basically, when you're working with Rabios, then your first point of entry is the Rabios contract itself, and from there you can check the active documents and the posted documents as well in the history.
Cool, thank you. Is there any quick starter for uploading initial contracts? I believe
there is no built-in package. I mean, the Rapid Start service is there, but we have a built-up Rapid Start package. But you can, within a couple of minutes, you can configure that for you, and then you can also upload your initial contracts. We allowed a feature which is mark as posted. And that feature allows you to basically register already sold licenses or license type items. That is extremely helpful when you are already having ongoing contracts where you have sold something like an item in the past, which is having a maintenance line as well. And basically the maintenance itself is the periodic line item which needs to be invoiced every year. And in such a case, the license might also need to be there on the contract for your information or for any other purposes. And this mark as posted is really helping you in that initial installation or initialization of reveals.
Okay, great. We received a question regarding reveals. How much does it cost? It depends on the number of contracts, but because we are working with different pricing regions, global pricing regions, then you have to specify what region are you looking for. I suggest you to contact me via email. At the end of the session, you will see the email address of us, where you can always ask your questions. So please drop an email there, and we will share the relevant price list with you. I can't say that at the moment. Okay, and let's jump back to ServOcean, because Mutu has another licensing related question. It's for me, I believe. Is it Mobile Navy and ServOcean will work license type as device only user from Business Central, and you are currently using the full users? Basically, the device only user has its limitations. It's described detailedly in the Business Central licensing guide. If the functionality of the device only user is sufficient for the use case, use scenario, for example, for a shop floor or warehousing, it's quite a viable solution. But for field service, honestly, I'm not sure what's about field service in the licensing guide. Basically, Mobile Navy will inherit the permissions of the user type, and if the device only user allows it to fill the function requirements, then you can use that, of course. The only issue with the device only user, I believe, it's a very heavily restricted license type compared to a full user, and I'm not sure whether the price difference is significant enough to go for the device only user compared to full user. Of course, on a long shot, it can be a significant difference, but if I remember correctly, it's around 20–30% between the two license types. Okay, so we have one last concrete topic. It's multi-company management. We have another solution, master data synchronization tool, or the short name is MDSync. Is there any available trial versions for MDSync? Of course, we can provide a trial version for all of our products. Please feel free again to reach out to me, and if you share with me the opportunity details, I will be able to provide you with a trial license for a definite period. Do you have any fact sheets or brochures for MD Sync? Of course, you can go again to our partner site, either to our partner SharePoint site where all the documentations are available, or you can go to partner.multisoft.hu where you will find the roadmap for MD Sync as well. As the high-level overview with a few videos. So basically, every first impression that you can get will be available at that site. Okay, so how does MD Sync work? That's a quite general question. So what is the basis for ensuring continuous synchronization? Tibor, can you share with us a few technical details how MD Sync can help you to have data synchronization between companies?
Yeah, basically, master data synchronization is working under standard subscription events. So basically, the MD Sync add-on is subscribed to database modification on a certain company, and at that point when that trigger runs, we will make sure that the very same data is also copied over to the other companies as well. That's the one sentence answer for that. Yeah, there also another question which comes from time to time. Okay, that is fine, but what kind of data can I synchronize like that? And the answer is that mostly master data, so like items or customers or vendors or whatever. So any kind of master table, what you would like to synchronize across the different companies within the same database. Also, you can also play around with active documents. What is not possible is that to have transactional entries to be synchronized, like ledger entries and stuff like that, because that is a bit dangerous. And I would not try that. So that is not what MD Sync is for. Mainly for master data, so that you can basically modify your customer master in one company, or basically you can modify it in any company, because all of those changes will also make it to the other ones. So you are not restricted to a master company. You can modify it anywhere, and they will keep in sync.
I'm not sure whether that was an answer for Mutu's question, which I have already published. What is the main use for multi-company management? Basically synchronizing data between companies in the same database, what Tibor has also mentioned. But if you are interested in that, Mutu, we can do a short demonstration for you as well. Just let me know.
Yeah, but yeah, let me also take this. Yeah, if you are having, I mean, there are certain customers who are basically maintaining their different subsidiaries in the same NAV or Business Central database, and they are using separate companies in the very same database for that reason. And in such a case, it could be also a requirement that they don't want to maintain the very same vendor table or the very same item table or whatsoever. And that is the point where MD Sync can help. You can install a solution, you can configure that within a couple of seconds, and then your item master will be kept in sync across the different companies. Okay. Next one from Matthias, is the master data sync only working for companies in the same database, or is it also working for companies in different databases? Yes, this is a limitation at the moment because of the eventing and the way we have implemented the copy between the different companies. It is only restricted inside one database, so you cannot synchronize across different databases at the moment. But basically that's on our roadmap, so to say. I would say so. There is already thoughts about how we could do that. Of course, that's adds a level of complexity to synchronize between different databases, because there the schema can also differ. And then it will go down to the question of mapping of the fields and stuff like that. So and another question is that what happens if you are starting to synchronize? It successfully synchronized to company A and B, but on C it fails for some reason, and then there is also D and A company. So if you are because at the moment we are handling this in one transaction. So if you do a modification, and it will copy it over to the different other companies within the same transaction. If you are starting to blow this up and access different companies in different databases, they will be separate transactions already. So that adds quite big level of complexity. It's possible, of course, but at the moment, in the first version of everything, we have not took that step, basically.
Okay.
Yes, got it. Thanks. Okay.
Okay. Any further questions to master data synchronization? I can't seem to receive any. So I have one other questions from Craig Sanders, the enough people. Hi there. I hope you joined us. The question is, will you be creating a hands-on guide with AL code examples to support the new FC functions and events? If you are, when will it be available? I can see Tibor sweating because this is a tough question. We always plan to upgrade our guides as well, not just our solutions. But yeah, you know, our hands-on lab documentation is quite extensive and heavy documentations. It's a couple hundred pages long, and it's a tough one to update. But yeah, we are working on it continuously, and we eventually will release it. We just can't determine when will it happen. Not sure whether you can add something to that, Tibor.
No.
Yeah, that's the answer for that. And there is another question from Craig. Do you offer direct software support and maintenance? Oh, it's not from Craig, sorry. Do you offer direct software support and maintenance? It's a general one. Because basically we are a partner-driven company, and we are dealing through partners. We only support end users directly if the partner is aware of that. So we won't contact anyone's client without the knowledge of the partner, of course. But if the partners knows about that, we will happy to help out anyone. I believe that's the answer for that. And there is another one from Mutu in multi-company management. Can we able to configure by our own, like X database to Y database? Tibor, not sure whether you can answer that.
So yeah, this also goes down to the question of do we introduce mapping? The current version of MDSync is really utilizing the fact that the data schema across the different companies should be the same. So it only works on the very same table and the very same field. It can copy that over, but it doesn't work that you copy from table 1 in company A and you copy to the table B on company B or whatsoever. So no.
Okay, I don't have any further questions from from the mailing list. So let's just wait a couple of minutes to see if new ones arrive. And after that, we can finish our Q&A session. Okay, here we have another question from Mutu. In Mobile Navy, our Servotion BC on-prem version, in AL version, can we be able to modify the source code? No, because it's AL based. If you want to do any modifications, then just let us know and we will create you how to say that,
publisher event.
And so you will be able to extend our extension.
Yeah, but you need to do that on the extension manner. So you can only add to that. So you cannot just take over. And yeah, I think the question is more like, can he modify the source code of the configuration? Because I hope that he won't want to modify the add-on itself. But yes, there are possibilities to add fields or add extra pages. And at certain points, you can also react on the source code, like before and after triggers. That's already available. And as I said, if you need more than this, so additional events or publisher events in the middle of a certain logic, then just tell us where do you want to have that, and we'll make it happen.
Okay. That's the plan. We are working on that, Mutu. Basically, the question was if they can have a support team so they don't have to disturb you always. Yeah, basically, that's a plan for 2021. We are looking for an expert to add our team. And also there is some competence at our help desk that can be involved in the near future. We will let you know in our newsletters if there is another channel where you can ask your questions, but for the time being, Tibor will be available for you as his schedule allows it. Okay, Mutu. So I don't see any further questions coming. I believe we overdue our half-hour session already. Thanks a lot for a lot of the questions. I believe this should be useful for everyone. We will publish this video after our session shortly, so you will be able to watch it again. Thank you very much for you too, Matthias. So yeah, I'm looking forward to talk to you soon, and stay tuned, subscribe to our newsletter, and yeah, hope to talk to you guys. Bye bye.